Dr. Saul, why have you been posting? Well, you see, instead of me waiting 3 months for a TSP update, I've been grinding fish. Yep, I've been literally sitting here grinding fish for the last like month or two. The game's simple. You get a rod, you throw it into the water, you cast it in, you press the shake button, you keep pressing the shake button, then you keep pressing it, just a couple more, you keep pressing the shake button. So you press it a couple more times, like a couple more. You shake the rod, you keep shaking it, you shake it around. Boom! Fish. You get the fish, you catch the fish. You see the bar, you put the bar on fish, and you catch fish. That's how this game works. I'm going to be the best fish player ever. This is my game. I'm going to become the best fish player ever. I got to slow my roller down though, right? Because I just started this game, and I'm like, I already want to be the best player, right? So I got to make goals. Well, my first goal wasn't complete the bestiary or get every rod in the game. It was to get the no-life rod. This rod is what it is called. It is the no-life rod. You have to have no life to get this rod. And guess what? I have no life. So, this is the rod for me. At this point, as I was constantly buying 4 times luck, yes, me and my friend were just constantly buying 4 times luck. Shout out to Sinween. So yeah, after buying 4 times luck like 1,000 times, and using the hasty trident method, I was at level 265. We were at 265 or 275, somewhere around there. Which, by the way, was way too far. This strat was not doing enough for me, so we had to move on and find a better strat. Which brings me to the next strat, the Roslet Bay strat. At the time, before we had, Forsaken Shores or anything like that, the method was Roslet Bay. You sit there on this little ledge right here. You cast your hasty trident in, and you just fish for hours for manatees or manta rays. Manta rays? Yeah, manta rays. Sorry. So you fish for manta rays constantly, nonstop for hours, and it was very good. After like 5-6 hours, we were making like 500k. It was very good at the time. Definitely the best method at the time, which got us to around level 320, 330. Yes, we were still buying 4 times luck. We were doing very good. We were at level 330, but that was not enough. We were still too far away from level 500. I had a friend named T5 who was just grinding, and he was above me, and I wanted to be past him. I wanted to be the best fish player ever. So how was I going to beat this guy to no life rod? Well, I had to think outside the box here. And then all of a sudden, boom, the Aurora event. The Aurora event was basically the rarest event in the game, and what it did was it would give you 6 times luck. 6 times luck. And if you have the 4-time boost, that makes it 8 times luck. I can't do math. 10 times luck. Yep, this is why I'm not in college. But the problem is, though, Doc, what are you going to do? You have to get these Auroras. They're super rare. How would you possibly get an Aurora? Well, there was 2 ways to do it. 1, spend 500,000 coins on an Aurora totem, which I'm not doing that. I'm not giving away my money for that. Are you kidding me? I'm keeping my money. I'm going to do it the better way. Aurora host servers. So, yep, there is servers that would buy these Aurora totems and they would host Aurora events live. So I could basically just go into this server or other servers, join them, and they would just be hosting free Auroras for nothing. So I would just leech off these. I call this the Aurora Gremlin method. The Aurora Gremlin method was amazing. I would join these servers, I'd buy 4 times luck, or I'd wait for somebody else to buy it, farm the entire Aurora event at Roslet Bay, and I was making so much money. I was making millions. I was leveling up. This was perfect. With the hasty trident, it was going amazing. I was allowed level 350 by the end of this method. This was taking hours and days of waiting and trying to get into these Auroras before they fill up. It was awful. I didn't want to keep doing this. This was not doing it for me. I need to think of a better strat. I need to get the no life rod faster and better. So what did I do? Well, the first thing I just had to do was catch this chin-cooked salmon abundance. Like, I needed to catch this chin-cooked salmon abundance. And then the second thing I did was get the coolest rod in the game. I mean, come on now. It is the long rod, which is the longest rod in the game, with the long enchantment, which gives 50 studs. I had the longest rod in the game. This was the coolest thing in the world. I literally was able to fish off of the volcano. Like, I can get a flag up here. Like, imagine getting a cool flag up here on top of the volcano. I need to do this. I had the coolest rod, the long rod. Like, nobody's ever thought of this. I am actually a genius. I just made the coolest rod in the game. Anyway, after that, I stole a random shot I saw players doing, which was the crab cage method. Now, what the crab cage method is basically, it's like catching a fish, right? But instantly. So you place thousands of crab cages or hundreds of crab cages, and then you get Merlin's luck, which, by the way, I love you, Merlin. Oh my God, you saved me thousands of times. Thank you so much. So you go to the Merlin, and she gives you 10 minutes of luck for 5,000 coins. I'm rich. That's like pennies to me. So I was chilling. So you'd buy the Merlin's luck, you go to the Desolate Deep, you'd place hundreds of crab cages, and then you'd open them with the Merlin's luck, and then boom, you were making XP, 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 XP. Oh my god, so much XP. And you times this with 4 times luck boost or the Aurora event, and you were making so much XP. I was making about 15, 20 levels every Aurora, which was insane, by the way. But then disaster struck. The new update, Forsaken Shores, dropped, which you might be like, oh my god, let's go. Why would you be upset about Forsaken Shores dropping? Well, let me tell you, Timmy. Forsaken Shores update brought a new update, which patched the crab cage method. But this, they literally just nerfed the sea mines, which is what you would get, which was a mythic. It would give you so much XP for getting these throughout crab cages, but they nerfed it. They basically made it terrible. So then there was no point in getting crab cages anymore. Also, you couldn't place them all in the same spot, which, by the way, there used to be a bug where you could literally just place hundreds of crab cages in one spot, so you didn't have to place them all around the area. And I was back to square one. I was back to my measly Trident Hasty Rod method. I was back to that Roslyn Bay, bro, until Forsaken Shores Pond strat came out. If you don't know about the Forsaken Shores Captain Goldfish method or the pond method, basically when the update first came out, the mythic was really easy to catch. There was a pond where you can get Captain Goldfish extremely easy. There was like every freaking time I threw my rod in there, I was getting a Captain Goldfish, and they would sell for so much money. And not to mention, mythics also give you a lot of XP, so this was perfect for me. So what did I do? I gave myself a new enchantment. Get out of here, Hasty. Nobody likes you. I decided to switch out Hasty for Insight. I was going full on to this no life rod. If you don't know what the Insight enchantment is, it's times 1.5 XP every single catch. So I was making way more. Plus, I had the double XP game pass since the start. So I was making 3.5 times the amount of XP every time I caught a fish. This was perfect. This was the best enchantment. I don't know why I didn't use it sooner, but I started using it. I was using this pond for the next 6 hours until disaster struck again. Of course, knowing fish, they nerfed it. They nerfed the pond, and they basically made Captain Goldfish like half the amount they were actually selling for. And they also got rid of the hot spot of Captain Goldfish. There used to be a spot that was literally just strictly for Captain Goldfish, but they just made it like nothing. So now there's no hot spot there anymore. But it's still a broken strat. People still decided to use this. This is still better than Roslyn Bay, so people decided to stay there and keep using the pond. So what did I do? I did the exact same thing. I went back to times 4 luck, Auroras, and the pond method. This was basically all I was doing. Every day, all day. Insight Trident, Auroras, 4 times luck. It was perfect. I was making XP, XP, XP. Every day, I was grinding. Level 400, level 450. I was so close. I was getting closer and closer. And then, finally, after days of doing this, I eventually reached level 500, and I got the no life rod. And don't get me wrong, this rod's really cool, but if I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's a little underwhelming. It's just a Trident rod, but it's easier to catch things and less luck, and that's it. And that's just the sad truth. It's not that great, to be honest. I mean, is it worth all the time spent? Probably not. I wouldn't recommend this, to be honest. I mean, it's a cool rod, though. If you want to just flex, then go for it. It's definitely just a flex rod, though. I wouldn't really say it's actually like the best rod in the game. I mean, it definitely is the best rod as of right now, but there's probably going to be better rods in the future, to be honest. Anyway, if you want to know what enchantment I put on mine, I put Divine on it. And let me know if you guys want to see more of this, because I do want to, you know, maybe get leaderboards on one of these 80 leaderboards in this game or something. Also, just let me know if you guys like this down below. And of course, I'm definitely going to go back to Strongest Battlegrounds or other Battlegrounds games later. This is just a break from them, I guess you could say. All right, bye-bye.